Good morning, Year 6. Today we're going to get you to start off with your space learning. Of course, Miss Riley will upload the answers at 11:30 and you can fill in your feedback and results form. Pause the video and have a go at this now. Can I accurately manipulate a number? Again, if we're accurate, we're really precise and correct. And if we're manipulating, we're changing a number. And once again, we're making that number smaller through division. This time, we're using our knowledge that we learned yesterday to solve problems. Before we get going, we want you to have a go at these 6 questions just to check in with yourself from yesterday, get you in the flow of division again, and we will reveal the answers in a moment. Pause the video and have a go. So you might want to pause the video once again now I've revealed the answers. I'm not going to take the time to go through each one of these. If you didn't get these correct, it might be a good idea to try and focus on a couple that you got wrong and have another go. The extension question was asking what you notice about calculation 3 and 6. Hopefully you saw that the amount of equal parts we're dividing by has doubled from 4 to 8, and therefore the answer was halved from 6.4 to 3.2. So I'm going to lead you through the first problem. Ron has helped his mum wash the car 7 times. Very helpful. He gets the same amount of money each time he helps. Ron has earned £29.40. How much money does he get each time he helps wash the car? So I've got £29.40 and I'm dividing it by 7 because that's the amount of times he washes the car. It might be helpful for you guys to underline key information in the question. I'm going to see how many times 7 goes into 2. The reason I have put this 0 in is because the question is dealing with money. So we wouldn't say £4.2, we would say £4.20. Some of you might also use the partitioning method to go through your answer. So I need to think, what can I partition £29.40 into? That can easily be divisible by 7. Thinking about my 7 times table, I'm finding the highest multiple. So here I have 28, and here I have 1.4. 28 divided by 7 is equal to 4. And 1.4 divided by 7 is 0.2. How did I get this answer? Well, I thought, and I might type this because it's quicker, (14) divided by 7 equals 2. And so 1.4 is 10 times smaller. And so the answer is 0.2. Okay, this one is for you guys to have a go at. Eva, Mo and Dexter are having a go at the long jump. How far did Mo and Dexter jump? Pause the video and have a go at working this out for yourself. So I know how far Eva jumped. The next person I'm looking at is in the yellow bubble here, and that's Mo. He says, I jumped 3/4 of the length Eva jumped. So what I've done, I've drawn out a bar, try again. I've drawn out a bar model with 4 equal parts, representing the 4 equal parts here on the fraction. And we need to find out what the value of 3 of those were. So to do that, I'm doing 4.6 divided by 4. So 4 into 4 goes once, got my decimal point. 4 into 6 goes once, with a remainder of 2. And if we reflect back on yesterday's lesson, we know that we can exchange the 2 remaining tenths for 20 hundredths. So 4 into 20, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 goes 5 times. So our answer is 1.15. That's how much each of these segments are worth. Yeah, that's how much each one of them, but we are after 3/4, so I'm not done yet. I now need to do 1.15 multiplied by 3, or I can do it 2 ways. I can do repeated addition to get 3.45 meters that Mo jumps, or I can do what we learned in a previous lesson and multiply. My unit of measurement there. So Eva jumps 4.6, Mo jumps 3.45, and then we now need to find out about Dexter, who says that Eva jumped twice as far as he did. So for this, we're drawing out bar models again. Eva's value 4.6 and Dexter's is half of that amount. So all I'm doing is 4.6 divided by 2, which is 2.3. Pause the video and have a go at the questions on your worksheet. We also have a dive deeper on here and a dive even deeper for you to have a go at. Okay, so in this question, we needed to work out what was the same, what was different, and things that we noticed in general. So the same, the calculations in both the questions were the same, 478 divided by 8. So I'm just going to draw that out for you. Okay, so some of you might have got 59 remainder 6, and some of you may have converted the remainder to a decimal. So if you got 59.75, you would also have been correct. Let's look more closely at the first question. So there are 478 people at a wedding. They are sitting at tables in groups of 8. How many tables are needed? Now, I don't know about you guys, but we can't really have at a wedding 59 remainder 6 tables. We would need to round up and have 60 tables. Let's take a look at the second question. Amir is prepping party bags. Each party bag has 8 sweets in it. Amir has 478 sweets altogether. How many party bags can he fill? So he can fill 59 party bags with 6 sweets left over. So depending on the question, sometimes we might need to round up or down to the nearest whole number. So with this question, there were 2 ways of working out. The first thing that I did was look really closely at what the question was asking. So 146 divided by 5 is 29. Remainder 1. So in other words, that's 29 whole, and then 1 out of 5 equal pieces. When I look closely at this part here, I'm now dividing by 4. So again, I do get 29 whole, but this time it's 1 out of 4 equal pieces. And if you ask me what I would rather have out of, a slice of a cake, would you rather have a quarter or a fifth? I would, of course, would say a quarter, because it is the greater amount. I'm not having to share it out with so many pieces. So yeah, that was one way. So Whitney isn't correct. We can see that 29 and 1/4 is greater than 29 and 1/5. Some of you may have used the short division method and then converted the remainder into a decimal to see if Whitney was correct. So I will do that for you now. So we've got 29 remainder 1. And remember, we can exchange the remainder 1 here for 10 tenths. And we just need to remember the decimal point. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to do the exchange. Decimal point, extend my bus stop, put the remainder down here. So now I've done the exchange. 5 into 10 goes twice. And we can do the same for 117 divided by 4. Sorry, that's a 3. Now I put my decimal point in after 117. And then 4's into 20 goes 5. So we can see that we get very different answers. So Whitney is incorrect. And that is today's lesson over and done with, guys. I will see you this afternoon for our afternoon learning.